Good morning, students. Today let us study about methods to avoid overfitting and underfitting, followed by feature engineering and cross-validation. So first let us see the key takeaways for today's session. So firstly we'll see what is overfitting and what are the various measures to overcome overfitting. Then let us see underfitting and measures to overcome underfitting. Then let us see about cross-validation, what is cross-validation and more details about it. And followed by feature engineering, what is feature engineering and how it can be used. So underfitting and overfitting, these are basically techniques which are basically reducing the accuracy of any given system, because they try to cover more points or they try to cover minimum points and they do not try to cover the underlying trend appropriately. They could lead to issues of variance and bias. So let us see more about underfitting and overfitting and the issues that they basically cause. They cause many issues which have to be basically managed appropriately. Let us see about it. So overfitting problem basically occurs when a machine learning model, it tries to cover all the points and cover all the data points or more than required points that is basically present in a given data set. So it tries to fit all the points, which is actually not possible. Right? So because of this, the model will try to cache the noise. Noise is some unwanted data and inaccurate values present in the data set. So data set can have various types of values and it focuses also on the inaccurate values of the data set. And all these factors basically reduce the efficiency and the accuracy of the model, and the model will not be trained properly and finally it will lead to errors and not work properly. So the overfitted model basically has low bias and high variance. The chances of occurring of overfitting increases as much we provide training to our model. So the more training we provide, the more overfitting issues we come across. So it means that we train our model more. Means the more we train our model, the more chances of occurring the overfitted model. So overfitting occurs when we try to train the model many times. Right? So overfitting is a main problem that occurs in a supervised learning methods. So let us see an example. So in this graph you can see, we can explain the overfitting concept. So this can be understood, the concept of overfitting can be understood by the graph of linear regression output. This is trying to produce a regression, it's a regression model. So as we can see from the above graph, the model tries to cover all the points of the data that is present in the scatter plot. So it may look efficient, but in reality it is not so. So to find the best fit line, right, we have to see that it covers some more points, but here it is trying to cover all the points, right? So this will generate some prediction errors. So here we are actually not getting a best fit in reality. Now underfitting is another issue, right? This occurs when a machine learning model does not capture or is not able to capture the underlying data, underlying trend of the data. Minimum points it is not able to cover. So to avoid the overfitting in the model, the fed of training data can be stopped at an early stage. So you try to stop or give less training, or training stage should be stopped a little earlier, due to which it may not learn enough. So if you stop the training early, it may not learn enough from the training data. So as a result, it may fail to fit the best fit of the dominant trend in the data. So because it does not learn much, because you're trying to stop it early, so it will not learn much from the data, and it will not fit also fit of the dominant trend in the data. So in the case of underfitting, the model is not able to learn enough from the training data, and hence it reduces the accuracy and produces unreliable predictions. So an unfitted or an underfitted model has high bias and low variance. Please note, an underfitted model has high bias and low variance. So this is another example of underfitting, which firstly we saw an example of overfitting. Now this is underfitting. So here we have a graph and we are trying to understand the regression model with respect to underfitting. So here we can see the diagram is basically trying to cover minimum points, or it is unable to capture the data points present in the plot. So here it is just capturing only 2 to 3 points, right? So this is underfitting, where it is not trying to capture the maximum points. Now this is the best example for underfitting, appropriate fitting and overfitting. So in the case of underfitting, you can see it is just trying to cover minimum 3 points, and it is trying its best to see that it is fitting a line. Right? Appropriate fitting is an appropriate curve which is trying to cover at least a few points more than underfitting. And overfitting is trying to cover the maximum points, and it's actually not a specific arc or any specific shape. It is just going randomly, right? So it is force fitting to good to be true. So this is the best way underfitting and overfitting problem can be explained. So let us see the basic terms we basically saw. Firstly, it is a signal. It refers to the true underlying pattern of the data that basically helps machine learning model to learn from the data. So it is some sort of signal or some sort of pattern or some sort of data that is basically there in the data set. So noise, this is basically something that is not wanted. So it is unnecessary and irrelevant data that basically reduces the performance of the model. So noise always creates certain issues whenever it is present in the data. And then bias, this is basically the prediction error that is introduced in the model due to oversimplifying the machine learning model or algorithms. It could also be termed as a difference between the predicted value and the actual values. Then we have the variance. So if the machine learning model performs well with the training data but does not perform well with the testing data, then variance occurs. So these are certain basic terms we come across whenever we learn underfitting or overfitting. So now let us see certain methods how to avoid overfitting in a model, right? So both underfitting and overfitting, these are basically techniques which will degrade the performance of the machine learning model, right? So but the main cause is overfitting. So there are some ways by which we can reduce the occurrence of overfitting in our model. So these are some of the methods, like we have cross-validation, you can train with more data, you can remove certain features, some of the unwanted features can be removed, you can early stop the training can be stopped at an early stage, or with less number of data it could be trained. Then you have regularization and then assembly. So these are certain techniques that are basically reducing overfitting. Now these are certain techniques which will reduce underfitting in a model. So like by increasing the training time of the model, you can reduce underfitting, or by increasing the number of features, you can reduce underfitting. So these are certain techniques which are basically both reducing underfitting as well as overfitting. So firstly, for reducing overfitting, you can increase the training data set, you can reduce the complexity of the model, you can early stop during the training phase, where you can training phase is not going to go for the entire phase, but it will stop a little earlier. Then you have L1 and L2 regularization and dropouts for neural network. This is specifically for neural networks. And for reducing underfitting, you basically can increase the training data. You can add more training data set there. You can increase the complexity of the model. Here it is, for reducing underfitting, you increase the complexity of the model. You can increase the number of features that are needed. You can remove the noise from the data. And also you can increase the number of training epochs. So here 3 more of training could be needed for underfitting or reducing underfitting. Now let us see what is cross-validation. This is basically a technique for validating the model efficiency. And this is done by training it on the subset of input data and testing on the previously unseen subset of the input data. So we can also say that it is a technique to check how a statistical model generalizes to an independent data set. Now there are certain steps for cross-validation, right? So these are the basic steps of cross-validation. First step is you reserve a subset of the data set as a validation set. Then you provide the training to the model using the training data set. And then now you evaluate the model performance using the validation set. So if the model performs well with the validation set, perform the further step, else check for the other issues. So these are certain steps for cross-validation. Now let us see what is feature engineering. So this basically creates features from the existing raw data set and it is basically done to increase the predictive power of the machine learning algorithm. So you can add more features which are actually not very clear in the original data set, and they will help you in predicting the power of the machine learning algorithms. So generally feature engineering process is applied to general additional features from the raw data set. So the new features are expected to provide additional information. So the new features which are drawn based on feature engineering, they provide more insights or they provide additional information that was actually not clearly able to capture or easily apparent in the original or the existing feature set. So here is basically a figure which is trying to show what is feature engineering. You have a raw data set that is being input, and if you skip the feature engineering, you can just see certain features are extracted and the modeling is done. Now if you add feature engineering to this diagram, what happens is the raw data is input. So from that raw data, certain extra features are added which will give better insight to the model, and these all features are added to the model or input to the model, and the model could be providing better results. So this is it about feature engineering. So this was it about today's session. These are certain questions we have for today's specific session. You can just have a look at it. So they are very simple questions explaining what is underfitting, what is overfitting, what is feature engineering, and cross-validation. So if you have any questions, do not hesitate to contact me at the specified email ID. Thank you. We are done for.